Hello, welcome to another episode of the Fisher Fitness Coaching Podcast. This is episode 58, I think. This episode, I'm going to chat about supplements. And this came about because I got a question on supplements last week, so I thought it would make a good episode. Because I think there is some confusion about what supplements to take and what to avoid, because there are so much out there. And there are only a few I would recommend. So I'm going to go into it. This is my fourth attempt, by the way. So this is my fourth and final attempt. So if you're listening to this, then this is the final one. I don't know why I just can't seem to string a sentence together. I think what it is, when I actually think about what I'm actually doing right now, it was just talking by myself in my office into a microphone. It kind of puts me off. I kind of think, what am I doing? So best not to think about it. Just going to talk. And I find it easier than just doing posts on Instagram every day. So I think I'll try and crack on with the podcast, and I don't know, I might give Instagram a bit of a break to be honest, because it's doing my head in a little bit. Anyway, yeah, about phones or Instagram. I didn't take my phone into the gym this morning for the first time in months, and I had the best workout. So that's a bit of a productivity hack for you. If you want a better workout, don't take your phone into the gym because it's the mother of all distractions. It will just, yeah. Well, for me anyway, it just distracts me, and I end up just looking at stuff and doing work or writing to people, like messaging people, watching stuff on Instagram, and then that distracts me, and I start thinking about that, So yeah, leave your phone at home. Honestly, it will do you wonders. So anyway, supplements. I'm just going to go through the supplements which I would recommend and which I recommend to my clients, and I'll go through the ones I wouldn't really recommend and the ones just to stay away from. So, um, the first thing to mention is probably in my opinion, the first thing or the main thing to focus on is your overall diet. So, getting enough fruit, vegetables, and nutrition in to your body via food, like good quality food, and not to rely on supplements to improve your diet. Okay, so it's just not going to work long term. However, if someone, like if I got a new client and they had the worst diet and they didn't get any vegetables or fruit in because they just didn't like them, which is common, then I would recommend them taking a multivitamin, a good quality multivitamin. Just at least they will start to get some some vitamins and minerals into their bloodstream, into their diet, and that will help improve their overall health. But that's not to say that you don't have to eat vegetables and fruit, because you need those foods for fiber, micronutrients, all that kind of stuff. So I highly recommend focusing on getting enough fruit and vegetables into your diet first before leaning towards supplements like multivitamins. So yeah, diet and healthy lifestyle comes first, like sleep. Again, goes back to basics: sleep, vegetables, protein, water, management, all that kind of stuff. But then there are supplements which will help your sleep, and there are supplements which will help with energy and getting the right amount of nutrients into your body, like multivitamins. So multivitamin is the first one I'd recommend my clients, because even if your diet is pretty good, there's nothing wrong with taking a high quality multivitamin, because then at least it will top up any sort of micronutrients that you are lacking. And then if you end up taking too many, your body will just discrete them anyway. Discrete them? Is that the right word? Excrete them, sorry, not discrete them. So yeah, taking a high quality multivitamin, that's my first one. Second one is creatine monohydrate. It's the daddy of all supplements. Helps with strength, muscle growth, power, helps with cognitive health, so brain health. And anyone and everyone should be taking creatine monohydrate, 5 to 7 grams every single day. There's no need to load it or anything like that. So just take one scoop in your water, fruit juice, coffee, whatever. It's get the flavorless stuff, and it'll go with anything. So just one scoop or 5 to 7 grams every single day. Next up is whey protein. So whey protein, yes, I'd recommend, but only if you need to increase your protein intake. If you can get enough protein from quote unquote real foods like your lean protein sources, lean meat, fish, dairy, that kind of thing, then do that. You don't like whey protein is just protein. It's just an easy, cheap, quick, convenient way to increase your protein amount. However, it is, like I said, it's cheap, it's quick, it's convenient, and it's very good for you. It's high quality protein, so that's my next one. Caffeine, another great supplement, well researched, very good for focus, energy. It's going to help with getting improved performance, whether or not you're training or you compete in a sport. Then I'd highly recommend caffeine, but only if it's taken way before your bedtime. So I'd probably not take caffeine after 1 p.m. just to make sure, because it does stay in your system for a good few hours, and you don't want caffeine to disrupt your sleep, because obviously sleep is very, very important when it comes to recovery and overall health and well-being. So caffeine, yes, but only if it's taken before sort of 2 p.m. max, and obviously it depends on your dosage, and that depends on you as an individual. Um, I don't know, 180 to 200 milligrams a day, which is what, as a can of Monster, couple of black coffees or something. A very cheap way is to have like Pro Plus, but then they are quite strong. So then if you are going to take Pro Plus, then take it in the morning before a workout. But just be careful that it is very strong, and you will feel the effects. Anyway, vitamin D3 is the next one. Very, very beneficial for overall health, improved immunity, bone health. It reduces or helps reduce depressive symptoms. It supports muscle strength, muscle growth, and it could even support fat loss. Dosage, again, it depends on what you buy, but around sort of 1.5, 2,500 IU per day for most people. Next up, we have omega-3, fish or flaxseed oil, depending on if you're vegan or not. But again, very good for all-around general health, cognitive health, so brain health, and can also assist with muscle and strength development. And again, it may play a role in helping with fat loss. There's some evidence on that, but it's not too strong. So yeah, just if you think about just for sort of general health and well-being, omega-3 and vitamin D3. Omega-3 dosage, I'd recommend around 500 milligrams to a gram per day of combined EPA and DHA. So when you go and buy omega-3 fish oils, look for the EPA and DHA. Best of both. So what else do we have? Gone through creatine, whey protein, caffeine, vitamin D3, omega-3, and multivitamin. That's basically it. That is literally what I'd recommend most people take. It's going to help with building muscle, strength, focus, overall health, general health, mental health. That's sort of it. In terms of maybe like what you could take, I've put in here greens powder. I mean, I wouldn't really recommend greens powder. It could be a waste of money because you're going to get most of it, the nutrients, micronutrients from multivitamin anyway, from a multivitamin anyway. So I wouldn't really worry about greens powder, even though I did used to sell it with my supplement company. But hey, we all learn. We live and learn. Beta alanine can be another one you could take, which could benefit your training performance. There is some evidence out there to suggest it's going to help with yeah performance in the gym or sports performance. The same with citrulline malate. Again, I'm not going to go into the details of it because I just don't think it's worth taking unless you've got everything else absolutely nailed and you're trying to get the most out of your training sessions and the most out of your your competitions or whatever you do. Same with nitrate, and that you can get that in beetroots or beetroot powder. Helps with blood flow, um, increasing the size of blood vessels, so it helps with blood flow, which could help with performance. So those four are in the maybe pile. But again, I wouldn't worry if you don't take that, you know. But everything else, like, is a big no. So things like L-glutamine, this isn't just there's just not enough research. BCAAs, waste of money. BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, are just broken down protein. So if you're getting enough protein per day, then there's no point in having BCAAs. Yeah, L-glutamine is another amino acid. There's just no point. Um, I guess the main supplement, which is so popular with people nowadays in the gym, is these pre-workouts which you see, which are like, it's multicolored tubs, and they come with these crazy names, and they're just such a waste of money. It's basically just caffeine. It's just a load of caffeine. They put in their beta alanine to give you that sort of tickly skin feeling, and that obviously makes you think that, oh, it's doing something. It's making me feel, completely wired. So it's a mix of caffeine, like loads of caffeine and loads of beta alanine, and it sort of gives you that sort of placebo effect that it's doing more than it actually is. But it's just caffeine. It's just caffeine on steroids. All the other stuff in there is just a waste. So when I had my supplement company, I brought out a pre-workout called Gain Power, and it had all the ingredients in there which were research backed or science backed, and it was quite a good concoction, to be fair. It had creatine, it had beta alanine, it had citrulline malate, and it had nitrate. Um, what else? That's it. Yeah, these just four pretty decent ingredients. So, um, if I was to create another pre-workout or some sort of supplement which would help with performance, um, and sort of, you know, strength and muscle without the caffeine, by the way, I had no caffeine in it, then I would have that. I mean, this time I'll probably put some caffeine in it just to help with, I guess, more focus and more performance in the gym at the time or whatever you're doing. But yeah, everything else I just wouldn't bother. They're just very good at marketing and they're just great money makers. Hence why these companies have them, because they just make loads of money. Again, I'll go back to the example of pre-workouts. If you think about the packaging and the marketing, they're colourful. They taste amazing. They taste very fruity. It makes you feel you start buzzing when you have it. So you want more because you have these amazing workouts. But obviously, over time, you're going to get immune to, or you're going to be desensitized to caffeine, and that's what's going to give you that sort of buzz. So, yeah, and it'll probably disrupt your sleep as well. I've known people to take pre-workout at like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. in their evening workouts, which is just insane. They have this amazing workout, and then they go home at 8 p.m. still completely wired at like 11 and have like the worst sleep. So they don't recover from the workouts. So overall, it's just not good. Waste of money. Same with BCAAs. But again, they taste nice, they're marketed well, and they make money. Um, so yeah, just to repeat that: creatine monohydrate, 5 to 7 grams a day. Whey protein if you need it, if you need the extra protein. Um, Caffeine, vitamin D3, omega 3, and a multivitamin is my go-to supplement stack. And then the maybes, or the potentials is beta alanine, citrulline malate, and nitrate from. You get that from beetroots. Maybe greens powder, but I'll probably put that into a no, to be honest. But yeah, so, but remember, in my opinion, focus on your diet first. Focus on getting good nutrition, lots of vegetables and fruit, lots of sleep, lots of water, um, lean protein sources, and you can't really go wrong with that at all. Okay, if you feel like you need to take something to make you feel better, then chances are your sleep is off, or your nutrition is off, or you're not getting enough water, or something simple like that, or you're drinking too much booze, for example. It's something very simple which you could just stop, which will help improve everything else massively. So that is it. I hope that helps. Any questions on this, as always, let me know. And I hope you enjoyed it. Speak soon, guys. All the best. And yeah, I'll see you on the next, or I'll speak to you on the next episode.